We're all familiar with the story of the flood. Humankind had become so corrupt, so evil, that the world had to be destroyed. There was no chance that the world could be fixed anymore. But we also know that one family will survive. Noah, his sons, and their wives will be saved and rescued in the ark and will be eventually brought to safety. There is, we tend to think, a happy ending. But is this really a happy ending? Is it really that simple? What is going on in Noah's mind as he leaves the ark? We probably imagine a bright sunny day, birds chirping in the skies, and Noah bravely setting forth as he begins a new journey in the new world. But if we look closer, we'll see that it really isn't that simple. The first long-term project that Noah takes upon himself is a vineyard. He plants his vines, he grows his grapes, he makes wine, and he gets drunk. Noah, psychologically, is still traumatized. He is in despair. The Midrash tells us that he didn't even want to leave the ark. He wanted to stay there. God had to command him to leave the ark. If all the world can be destroyed, if humankind can become so corrupt that has no hope, that the world can no longer be fixed, then what's the point? Why should I go out and propagate the world? The Midrash asks in Noah's stead. The world will be destroyed again. History will repeat itself. If I know that everything that I will build and create will be destroyed, so why build and why create? Noah is in despair, and he turns to the wine to dull the pain. He chooses to not deal with the situation. He chooses escapism. And then there's a story of while Noah is drunk, his son Ham comes. And the text is not clear. What happened there? What did he do that was so horrible that he later has to be punished? But once again, the Midrash expands it. And the Midrash offers two options, two opinions, what happened. One is that he had sexual relations with his father. The other, that he castrated him. Both explanations seem very odd and totally out of left field. Where did they come up with that? But if we think about it, both of these represent two other ways to deal with the despair of a meaningless existence. One way of looking at it is nihilism. If the world has no meaning, then my life has no meaning. There is no point, there is no need to continue, and I have no legacy to pass on to a future generation. The most extreme way of expressing that is castration. I am not going to subjugate another generation to a meaningless existence. I'm going to save them the suffering and just not continue. On the other hand, there's hedonism. That I claim that if the world has no meaning, if there's no purpose, at the very least, I will enjoy it in any way possible. Because why not? There's no meaning. And in the backdrop of the flood, we can see despair. And we can see escapism, nihilism, hedonism. Humankind is crumbling. And then God comes with a message of hope, with a covenant with humankind represented by the rainbow, the Keshet Ba'anan. On the most basic level, a rainbow appears when light shines through on a rainy, cloudy day and makes a beautiful rainbow. It's a message of hope that despite what may seem as a world that cannot be fixed, we can have optimism. We can see that the world can be better. And where did this hope come from? Where did our optimism lie? Why do we think that suddenly the world can be changed? I think the answer is in the korban, the sacrifice that Noah brings when he leaves the ark. The sacrifice represents our ability to connect to God, to connect to the infinite, to transcend our animalistic desires in ourselves and become better, become greater, to break the chain of history. And that is a message that God is giving to us. In an age in which more and more people are searching for meaning and not finding it. In an age in which people escape. They either go to escapism, nihilism, Hellenism. In a world like that, this Parsha's message is very, very relevant. That there is hope. That through our connection to Hashem, our connection to the divine, we can learn to fix the world. We can make the world a better place, and humanity and the world itself has hope.